Hey everybody, it's Dana and welcome to the 2021 Valentine's Day card series, day one. I can't believe we're already in February, but here we are. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using products from Hero Arts today, and we're going to make a really great background. Simple and easy, but very, very colorful. So for my colors today, I'm going to use the Hero Hues Reactive inks, and I'm going to use Fruit Punch, Taffy, and Berry Smoothie. Throughout this entire series, I'm going to keep the color palette about the same, even though I'm using different products. I'm also going to be using the bees and a flower wreath from Hero Arts in the Abstract Honeycomb. I absolutely love this background stamp. It is perfect for card making. So we're going to go ahead and start with the background. I'm going to pull in my MISTI, and I'm going to make sure to remove all of my padding and magnets to set my rubber stamp in. Now I like to set my rubber stamp in the MISTI instead of the lid. And then I like to just adhere a piece of cardstock over the area that I want to capture. So you see here, I'm just placing down that piece of paper, and then I'm just going to grab a roller tape, and this one is from scrapbook.com. I'm going to put that on the back. That adhesive is going to stick, and now I know I'm going to capture the area that I want. So let's just get into the stamping. I'm going to stamp out these inks just randomly in this design. Now, I'm not going to get a perfect cohesive like solid images, and that's what I want. I'll link to a blog post that I did last week, I believe it was, sharing another card I made with a very similar design. So just go ahead and press down those inks, and then I'll grab that last color and press that towards the bottom. Now with these reactive inks, they react with water. So I'm going to lightly spritz this image with some water, but I'm not going to spritz a lot because I'm not using watercolor paper. I'm just using regular Dove White cardstock from Hero Arts. I'll go ahead and press down my lid. I'll get my little homemade pressure tool here to make sure I'm capturing everything that I need. And then when I lift back up my lid, you're going to see that very abstract design. Look how beautiful that is. I love that it's not a solid print for me. And that's because I'm spritzing it with water, and I'm not necessarily being overly aggressive on getting the color down. Now I am going to add in a second layer, and that's just because I want the colors to be a little bit brighter. This year I'm doing the Valentine's Day card series a little different. We'll only have 3 videos this year. So I'll be sharing videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on Tuesday and Thursday, I have inspiration on my blog. I just have some life stances right now that are kind of keeping me out of my room right now, but I am still promising to bring you guys great content. It just might come a little bit slower than normal. So I'm going to press out the rest of that beautiful taffy color, and then I'm going to go ahead and close my lid one more time and press down. Now you can see this time I did not spritz this with any water. I'm just using the solid color the way it is. Then I can lift this back and look how bright the color is now. Now again, you can stamp it once or twice, totally up to you. Love the design though. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my infinity hearts because I want to cut out or pop up like some eclipse pieces. And eclipse pieces are just pieces in your design that are raised up off of your card panel. So I'm just going to go in with 3 hearts, and I'm going to kind of scatter them from left to right, back to left. So the movement is going across my card. Now you can totally use just one size and die cut separately, but I wanted to have a good arrangement of hearts so I can have that great eclipse look in my card. Now, once I figured out what I wanted to have on here, I can go ahead and run this through my die cut machine. Now I am going to die cut the hearts 2 more times in white so I can build up those layers. Now I wanted to put this on some Pebble cardstock. This cardstock is from Hero Arts as well. And I love this because it's almost like a brownie shade of gray. This is one of my favorite colors. So I'm going to use some liquid adhesive, and that's going to give me the wiggle room I need in order to get this panel down. Now this panel was trimmed down just a tad bit, a quarter of an inch on two sides, so I can have that mat behind it. So I'll go ahead and place that down, shift it into place because I'm able to use that wet adhesive, and then I can go ahead and smooth that over. And now I know everything is going to be adhered strong because I'm using that liquid adhesive. I'm going to back this with a Dove White top folding card, and this is also from Hero Arts. I'll make sure to link all the products that I used in the description box below. And by you guys clicking those links, that really affords up us a little bit of an opportunity as YouTubers to make a little bit of money to keep producing these types of videos for you. So now I can go ahead and pop up my heart, and that's going to give me some dimension. But before I do that, I want to add some elements to this. So I do want to have a sentiment. So within this kit, I love the sentiments because they're like bee related. And of course, like this is a honeycomb background. I think they work perfectly together. Absolutely love them. And then when I pop back in my hearts, I'm going to have that sentiment off to the bottom right. Now, I do want to have one more element. I want to have a bee on this. I didn't want to stamp it on the background, so I'm just going to pull out the tiny little bee, and I'm going to place that next to the heart. Now, I am going to use the bee as a popped up element, just like I'm using my hearts. So I went ahead and I grabbed another piece of cardstock, and this again is just a Dove White cardstock. I am just going to grab an acrylic block for this. I'm not going to bring back out my Misty. So I'm going to use my scrapbook.com acrylic blocks. These blocks sit right off to the right of me when I'm crafting, so they're easy to grab. I will use intense black ink to stamp this out. And this bee is so cute. Oh my God, it's so cute. Now, if you guys missed picking up the Hero Arts kit for this month, oh my God, it was beautiful. Literally so beautiful. It's one of my favorite ones. And I hope we can bring some of those elements back in just a regular stamp set. I'm going to insert my foam back in there because now I'm using a clear stamp, and I'm going to need that height of that foam to make sure that my clear stamp meets my cardstock. So with this kind of design, you guys, for Valentine's Day, you can totally do this in different color palettes. You don't necessarily have to stick to the traditional reds or pinks. Do it in greens and blues. I think that would be fantastic. This would actually be fantastic just heat embossed in gold and just using maybe like a teal color with it. Remember, anytime we're making cards, even if they're like Valentine's Day or Christmas cards, remember you can do them in different color palettes. They don't necessarily always have to be the traditional quote colors that we always have. Stretch your imagination on this. So I'll go ahead and stamp that sentiment down in the corner. And I am going to double stamp that because I want that to be really deep black on here because we do have a very busy background. Now I also could have stamped this just on a piece of extra paper and popped that up as well. But I really just want my hearts and my little bees to be the parts that pop up. I'll go ahead and remove that out of my Misty. And then I'm going to die cut out my little bee. Now, I have a little machine that I keep on my desk now. This is called the Diamond Press. It is a mini, like hand cranked die cutting machine. I believe I purchased this at, I don't know if it was HSN or QVC, but if you look up Diamond Press on one of those websites, you'll be able to find it. But it is a tool now that I keep directly on my desk. It doesn't come with cutting plates. It comes with like an embossing folder that you just run it through this little machine here. It's really handy, and it has a good weight to it, so it does not slip around on my desk. So as you can see, I just put that paper into like that embossing folder, and then I can just crank this out. Now it does sit perfectly on your desk. It sticks, but because I'm working on a pad, you can see it wiggle a little bit. All right, I did the same thing with my B. I made sure to cut that out several times so I can have some height. Now look how cute this card is. You'll look at it and at first you think, oh, I just see the popped up little bee. But no, you're going to see those popped up little hearts as well. Now, for me to make a card, I do have to have a little bit of sparkle, just a little bit. And I did not want to add sequins to this because I thought, it might just be overkill. So I am using my scrapbook.com a glitter pen for this. And I'm just picking a few areas in which I want to have a little bit of shimmer. Once I have that complete, we're basically coming to the end of this card. Now, I have been doing Valentine's Day card series for quite a few years now. So if you want to click through my playlist, you'll see every single year I did. And you can also be inspired by those older videos. I do have product links as well in there. I'm not sure if every product is still in stock, but I'm pretty sure the majority of them are. So I will use my wet adhesive again one more time to place these hearts in. And by layering those hearts multiple times just with white cardstock, it gives me the opportunity, one, to use scraps, but also not using my foam tape also allows me to make sure I have evenness across my card panel, that nothing is going to be wonky when I end up sending this in the mail. I really would love to hear what you guys are doing for your Valentine's Day cards, or do you make Valentine's Day cards? My kids are older, so I don't have a tendency to make a lot of them, but I do still love making them. Especially, I still send them to my kids, my husband, and my friends. They don't have to be the traditional mushy cards. They can just be simple cards. I do feel like I want to bring some of that black down onto my card base. So I went ahead and put in some faux stitching. And there we have it, our little eclipsed heart card. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you tomorrow on the blog, and I'll see you Wednesday back here. Take care, everybody, and have a great day. Bye-bye.